Some sort of ritual's been going down with names and symbols I have never even heard of.
No way, man.
That's something buried, bro.
Nuh-uh. That is a crazy find, B. I mean, for the area that we're in. This place is a dumping ground for bodies.
There is a version of the woods that most people never see, not the trails and the campsites and the Instagram-worthy views, but the parts that sit far beyond all of that, where no one is supposed to be and something always feels slightly wrong. Outdoor YouTubers know that version well. They seek it out, film it, and sometimes stumble onto things that no amount of editing can make feel less disturbing. These are those trips. The ones that remind you why some parts of the woods stay empty. Tonight, we look at the times when outdoor YouTubers make disturbing discoveries in the woods. On January 7th, 2021, SWNS uploaded footage of a group of explorers known as Lost Adventures who visited the abandoned farmhouse of occultist Aleister Crowley in Cornwall. Crowley, who called himself the Great Beast, owned Carn Cottage, located between St. Ives and St. Just, and was believed to have used it as a base for his occult practices. The explorers went in expecting decay and dust. What they found inside was far more disturbing than that.
So you step inside Aleister Crowley's house and look at this. Some sort of ritual's been going down with names and symbols I have never even heard of. I'll show you some of these names. Right. This is madness. Yeah. Look, people's come out. That was a legit bench there. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Yeah. Yeah, look at that fireplace. I'm sure some spells have been cast right here. His shelf there would have been all sorts of potions and that out there.
Crowley passed decades ago, but the things left behind in that cottage made it feel like the ritual was never finished. The symbols, the objects, the atmosphere of that isolated farmhouse all pointed to something deliberate and dark. Whoever arranged that space did not intend for it to sit quietly. It was set up to hold something, to keep something present long after the person who built it was gone. And the fact that it sat undisturbed for so long, tucked away in a remote corner of Cornwall, suggests that until Lost Adventures walked through that door, it did exactly that. On November 22nd, 2025, Jir Bear of Exploring with Bear uploaded a disturbing footage of his investigation of Murder Road. The name should have been warning enough, but he went anyway, but with his friend.
Welcome back to another adventure. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jer Bear. Today I got my buddy B filming with me. I have brought him to Murder Road. This is his first time here. So for today's adventure, we're going to continue our search for the places where the two girls' bodies were found back there by the oil well. Now I did talk to my sheriff buddy, and he said as soon as we hit that oil well road to start looking on the left-hand side, and we should be able to find reflectors, and those reflectors are going to indicate where the girls were found at. Man, it is very gray out. Look at how gray it is. It is a dreary, dreary day today. And this place is scary. Tiff won't come here with me no more. She's been here a couple times. She will no longer come. The last time she was here, there was a woman screaming, "Run, run," from inside the woods. And that was it for her.
Then it happened. They started seeing a trail of deeply disturbing and unsettling things.
Oh, look, there's an eye on that tree. Do you think that's normal, or was that carved there? Just an eye. It looks like somebody put it there, don't it?
That definitely looks like somebody put it there.
Yeah, it almost looks branded, like the tree was branded. Interesting. Eye for investigation, maybe?
They kept walking and stumbled on a little settlement right in the middle of the woods. Even more disturbing was the fact that the place was punctured with bullet holes.
Man, that'd be dangerous just shooting around a... Look at that. That's got like gas lines, man.
People trying to blow it up.
What kind of bonehead shoots at that? Oh, you know why? They got everything on their danger sign, but they should say no shooting also.
Jer and his friend later stumbled on what looked like decaying flesh and bones. When they saw it, they knew they were now in a danger zone of the forest.
What is this? Dude, that's creepy. No doubt. So we may not have found the reflectors yet, but I gotta say, pretty interesting find so far.
Jer and his friend kept looking for the reflector, but never found it. Needless to say, a place called Murder Road does not earn that name without reason. The bullet holes, the settlement, the decaying remains, none of it was random. Someone had been using that stretch of forest for a long time, and they had not been careful about what they left behind because they never expected anyone to come looking. Jer and his friend walked out with their footage. The question of whether anyone else walking that road has been as lucky is one that does not have a comfortable answer. On April 7th, 2026, Chris Baird and his friend Jasko went deep into the Devil's Forest expecting just another night of camping, but what they found out there made them feel like Devil's Forest wasn't abandoned, but was haunted by demonic spirits.
Okay, so there actually might be some weird stuff happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back.
You probably should. Copy, I see you. That's crazy. That's actually weird. Like, very, very weird. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but he said there's buckets of bleach. And the last time they were here on the other side of the forest, they found more bleach.
Weird stuff.
Using their spirit app, the explorers asked if anything bad had happened at a part of the forest as they got close to a ritual site.
Did something bad happen here to somebody?
Yeah, can you let us know? Will the shotgun show me?
Feeds on fear.
Elliot feeds on fear. I feed on Chipotle.
That's what I had for lunch today. It was actually really
How'd you do?
good. So good.
Look at that.
13. Was was a ritual performed here? Because there's a lot of stuff that was burned. This fire went all over. Oh.
But the first jump scare reaction came when they heard a loud bang on the truck they had left by the roadside.
I'm gonna ask about this ritual. Was there a ritual done here recently? Yes or no? Can you confirm it for us? Make a noise. Say one of our names.
17.
Those bad are trucks.
Hello?
Bro,
Oh, the harm's not my truck.
I've been on Wi-Fi.
I told you I heard a car when we were over here earlier.
You did while he was getting his camera.
Yes.
After returning to the truck, things didn't get easier because they kept hearing strange, unexplained, and unexplainable sounds.
Whoa. Hello? What the f was that?
What in the world was that?
It's like a hiss.
Okay, someone might be out here.
Might be.
We just
What'd
drove
you do?
and we
I
just
don't-
pulled over like literally a minute ago.
Is there somebody out here? Hello?
Gosh, the echo is crazy.
It's actually wild.
I mean, you guys see, there's no other people out here. There's no...
As they were about to split up, they heard an even more creepy sound. Everyone rushed to safety immediately, and the camera stopped recording.
Just a couple chill dudes.
Just two guys.
Hunting some
Alright,
ghosts.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
go this way.
You're going that way? I guess I'll go this way then. Nice to know you. Nice to know you. Just no more than 10 minutes. We'll be back at the trucks.
Okay, got it. 10 minutes.
We'll find a trail. I'll see you when we get there. Oh, good God. I'm already scared. Oh, was that somebody out here? What the f was that? Let's get in the truck. Get in the truck. Come on here. No, we're not.
Chris would return to Devil's Forest later, but only in daylight, when the trees looked like trees and the silence felt like silence. There is no version of their night exploration that ends well if Chris and Jasko had not left after that sound. And perhaps what saved everyone was that none of them was alone. A group of humans may deter even some spirit from attacking. On February 4th, 2025, the Dober brothers noticed a strange fire burning a little farther behind their property. As they neared the place where the fire was burning, they realized they had been right all along. A couple of masked figures in red chanted around the fire. But on August 29th, 2009, the explorer behind the channel, Fexmanaz, went to the woods camping. When he started hearing strange sounds, he was roused from his sleep and tried to record his impressions. But as he was doing so, the creature responsible for those sounds appeared suddenly, and what followed next is one of the most intense struggles for survival.
Man, I've been hearing out in the woods, man. Like a growling and like a grunting. I don't know what to really say, man. You know? It's one of those things that you just like, you start walking out and you look at and then nothing's there. It was out there, but man, there's something making that.
He was asleep, alone in the dark, with no warning and no time to prepare. The creature did not announce itself. It was simply there, suddenly, and the distance between safe and not safe collapsed in a matter of seconds. Most campers sleep through the night and wake up to birdsong. This one woke up to something else entirely. A camper who had gone to sleep an hour earlier, or one who had not reached for the camera in time, would have had no record of what found him out there, and possibly no way to tell anyone about it. On May 26, 2010, Tom, Jeremy, Trevor, and Bradley went camping at their usual spot on the lake when they spotted a pair of glowing red eyes in the distance. The eyes approached closer and closer, and they got freaked out.
Yes, there was, Jeremy. But Tom and I both saw it, dude.
It was probably a squirrel.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
I don't know, man.
It's not a squirrel. What'd you say it was a squirrel?
Okay.
Okay.
A woodland creature.
Okay, what squirrel would look like that, Tom?
It's an animal.
Okay,
We're in the
you know,
woods.
don't
Go
believe us.
figure.
Fine, don't believe us.
Hey, Tom, guys,
Oh my God.
what is that?
Oh my.
That's it. That's it. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
crap.
coming. It's coming.
Oh my God. Oh my
At some point, they paused thinking they were free, but that would change when those two red eyes jumped into the river and started chasing them.
Oh my goodness. That is,
Dude,
oh my
I think it's about to
gosh.
jump in the water. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Go!
What the heck? It's chasing the boat, Tom. Go! Oh my goodness. Go! Go! Go!
These four guys went to a spot they had been to before, a place they were comfortable with, and that creature changed everything. This was the very last video on the channel as it was uploaded 15 years ago. Could this mean that whatever was chasing them finally got them? Groups disappear in outdoor spaces every year with no clear explanation found afterward. The fact that there were four of them and the camera was still recording when it happened is the only reason anyone knows what they were looking at in the moments before everything went quiet. On December 3rd, 2023, the explorer behind the channel Silent Shadow Paranormal went into a haunted forest, and everything he saw pointed at one conclusion: that this place was used for ritual.
Some kind of a tray or something, and some wood. What is this? It's an old shot-up hubcap.
But the most chilling thing happened when he began to hear strange sounds coming from a deeper part of the forest.
Sounded like I heard somebody singing up this way. You guys got to be hearing all these noises I'm hearing. Up this way. It sounded like I heard somebody singing, going like,
The explorer spoke to the spirits using his spirit box. He had many questions that disturbed him.
is this cult stuff or...
We like you.
Does that mean I'm safe? Am I safe up here or am I in danger? And what's with this cross? Is this where somebody's buried? Is it some cult stuff or is it just somebody messing around?
But unfortunately for the explorer, he got no satisfactory answers to his questions and decided to leave as it grew dark. Going into a known ritual site alone, with only a spirit box for company, and then asking direct questions of whatever lives there is not a cautious approach. The sounds he heard came from deeper in the trees, not from where he was standing. Whatever was making them had been watching him arrive, watching him set up, and watching him ask his questions out loud into the darkness. Leaving before the light faded was the smartest decision he made that night. Staying to find the source of those sounds would not have ended well. On October 10th, 2022, Frank of Franco TV went to an abandoned mansion in the woods and found ritualistic symbols on the floor.
I have that light on still there, and then look at this. Definitely there's something here that they're trying to bring out, or maybe even keep inside. As you can see, the candle's already melted here.
But even more chilling was what looked like blood dripping from a part of the wall.
I just heard a voice outside. But I definitely believe this place is freaking haunted. I want to see if there's anything different. I might not come back here. Yeah, I may not come back down here again. Only because I don't know if they're going to be waiting for me or what. Jesus Christ, that's creepy. Just walking through here. Oh my God.
The explorer left not long after because he couldn't shake off the feeling that he wasn't alone. Frank's instincts were right. Blood on the wall of an abandoned building does not dry itself into a pattern. Someone had been inside that mansion recently, possibly within hours of Frank walking through the same rooms. The symbols on the floor were clearly not meant for decorations. That building had an active purpose, and Frank walked in on it without knowing. The feeling of not being alone is not always wrong, and in Frank's case, it was almost certainly correct. On March 14th, 2019, explorer John of Exploration Unknown went into a 100-year-old cabin hidden in the woods and found this. The first unsettling thing they experienced was a pair of glowing lights in the dark.
I don't see any lights coming from over there. Even that reflective stuff you said you saw, I don't see anymore.
Oh, hang on. See, there it is. When I turn my light on, you can see it.
So it's definitely something reflective.
Those look like traffic cones. Why they would be here, I don't know.
Is there a driveway?
No,
I didn't see one driving in.
He said there was old logging trails come through here, which he gave us a more direct route. He said, but from the backside, there's an old logging trail. People probably could ride four-wheelers up here.
They shook it off and kept exploring. Apparently, as they'd later discover, part of the building was sealed off as a crime scene.
I'm gonna try to figure out the mystery behind this caution tape. It's weirding me out, man. I don't know what's happened here. I don't know if somebody's deeming this unsafe, if this was a crime scene, and this whole thing's shaking while I walk, so that might be it. Man, it'd suck if this whole thing came down on us.
Walking through an active crime scene without knowing it is a particular kind of unsettling. The glowing lights, the sealed section, the age of the structure, all of it pointed to a building that had seen more than just time passing through it. John and his crew had been moving through rooms that investigators had already flagged and marked off. Whatever happened inside those sealed walls had happened recently enough to still be under open investigation when the cameras rolled through. In May 2020, YouTuber Digging Science and his friends, a group of fossil hunters, spent 3 days searching 15 different creeks in North Carolina for great white shark teeth with little success. At this point, they had no idea just how dark their day was about to become.
We are in North Carolina, shark tooth hunting for great whites,
and we've checked 15 creeks in the past 3 days and haven't found anything, and we're finally on them. This man's first sift had a flawless lower great white shark tooth, posterior too. We're really excited to be here. We're gonna explore this creek more because it looks like it's got a lot of potential, and we're gonna find great white shark teeth.
Finally striking gold at one promising location, they began finding ancient shark fossils and decided to explore further upstream to locate the exposed fossil formation. What they discovered next, however, would turn their fossil hunt into something far more disturbing.
I just found what definitely looks like a human jaw, so there it is. That is a human jaw, no doubt about it. All the teeth seem to be kind of gone, but that's disgusting and also kind of cool. There's a cool old bottle, and then there's a jaw.
Question is the rest of him in here?
We are walking more, and that looks like a human skull. We haven't flipped it around yet. I don't know if we should or shouldn't, but
well, I feel like we should, because we don't want to call them out here. We don't know what it is. We should probably know what it is before we involve anybody else.
I don't think you should touch it.
Babe, it's not. It's
touch it.
We didn't do anything. You're fine.
They're not going to be upset. We'll call law enforcement. We'll make sure that it actually is a skull, and then if that is, that's nuts.
With respect for the deceased, they called authorities as quickly as possible. When officers arrived and witnessed the grim discovery for themselves, even they were completely shocked by what they saw.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Valentine. I'm a small YouTuber who does educational videos and adventure videos in creeks looking for artifacts and fossils. I'm in a local creek and we just found a human skull and human jaw. It looks pretty old, but we're basically 100% certain that's what it is.
Okay, where are you?
On the corner of and by.
Decided to do some exploring around, and we stopped in this creek today and went down that way, found a little bit, and we came up here and then found that, and it was kind of like, we should probably contact somebody about that.
Give me 1 second, we're not getting this home.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold it as much as I can.
It's right around this corner.
You got that there yet? How far back is it, bud?
It's about 10 feet past him.
Yep.
I'm about to come back up so I can grab my boots. Yeah.
Say what?
It's definitely a skull.
After a thorough examination by a forensic expert, the remains were determined to be those of an elderly female, though her exact age and identity could never be confirmed due to the lack of teeth and severe weathering from the creek. The skull appeared to be of historical rather than forensic importance, meaning it had likely been there for many decades, ruling out any recent foul play. On April 18, 2012, the explorer behind the channel, The Other Side, went into the woods with a group of friends and found something waiting for them right there on the ground. Strange patterns, deliberately formed, marking the earth in ways that made no natural sense.
Alright, so anyway, my friends and I were in the forest, and we found this weird stuff. Not sure what it is. I promise you we didn't make it. I don't have this much time on my hands. As you can see, it's my first YouTube post for a reason. Oh great, my friend just left me in a place like this. Yeah, that's not good. Do you know what all this wavy stuff is? It looks like air and smiley face over there. There's a seat. I'm kind of scared to go over there, so I'm not gonna go. Don't call me a pussy for it. My friend in the corner just scared the shit out of me.
Patterns on the ground in an isolated stretch of woods do not form on their own. Someone made them, took the time to make them carefully, and then left them there, far from any road, far from any witness. The people who walk those woods regularly would know exactly where those markings are. The people who made them would also know if someone had come along and disturbed them. The Other Side found those patterns and filmed them. Whether whoever left them there ever found out that someone had been walking through their space is a different and far more question to ask. In 2024, a man canoeing solo across Canada heard something coming from the trees along the riverbank. But it wasn't normal barking. Whatever sound it was making, it had been making it long enough that the voice behind it was almost gone.
There's a dog here.
Doesn't look very well. Puppy. Maybe he's stuck. You okay? He doesn't look okay. Can't see anyone, there's no tracks. He's covered in mud. But I'm gonna see if I can do something. See if I can help him. He seems to be crying. You okay, buddy? Oh, buddy, how long you been here? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Just log on you or something.
He freed the dog and tried to get it to walk. It could barely stand. He talked to it the whole time, but every step was a fight. The only way out was something the dog had probably never been on before in its life.
You okay? What's wrong? Talk to me. Can you come? Come on. Can you move? Can you move, buddy? We've been here a long time. You in any pain? You okay, buddy? Can we keep going? A bit more. Oh. I'll see if I can get you to my canoe. But you gotta help me. You gotta help me. Come on. Come on. We're making progress. And then I'm gonna get you on the canoe.
He lifted it into his canoe. It didn't fight, it just lay down.
Might be a little bit scary. That's okay. Lie down. And I was clean as well. But it's okay.
About 200 meters downstream, there was a dock and a house. He paddled straight there, hoping whoever lived inside would recognize what he had on board.
So there's a dock here in front of me, and there's a house just up from it. So, and this is only about 200 meters from where the dog was stuck. So I'm hoping that this house is its owner, or at least they know his owner. I hope this is your home.
What the owner said when she came outside is the reason this story almost had a very different ending.
Hello? Hello, how are you?
Good. What's up?
Hey, I'm just canoeing. I'm canoeing across Canada.
Oh yeah.
And I was just canoeing past and I saw a dog that's been stuck in the mud.
Oh no. Is it live still?
Yeah, I was wondering, is it your dog?
Yeah, probably a white one.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like he's been there a long...
looking for a long time.
It looks like he's been there a long time.
Where is she?
I dragged him out of the... I don't know if it's a girl. Is it a girl? I dragged her out of the mud and put her on my canoe. And I brought her here on your dock.
Thanks, because I've been looking for her and I looked down there too.
She's a nice dog. I was worried at the beginning.
She's 14 years old.
Oh, she can't move her back legs very well. I don't know if that was normal.
No.
But I had to move a log from that was on the back of her. She was in the water, half in the water, half on the mud.
Jeez.
And
I've looked all over for her. She's been gone 2 days.
It looks like she's been there a while.
Is she gonna?
She's okay. She was barking when I came past, but it looked like she's...
Looking for her. How far is she? Was she right by the dock?
No, she was a few hundred...
She's down there.
A few hundred meters up there, and your dock was just the next... Your dock was the next one, so that's why I just came straight here.
The dog's name was Ivy, 14 years old, missing for 2 days. They had searched everywhere, but the place where she was trapped had no access from land. He said the state she was in, she wouldn't have made it one more day.
Are you getting all cleaned up? All that mud? Yeah.
Ball, it's gonna take a while. Probably not gonna like the sound of this thing.
Yeah, I found the owners, Tom and Janine, and they were very happy to get their dog back. It's a 14-year-old Pyrenees. So yeah, it's been in the family for a long time. The state it was in, I feel like it wouldn't have lasted another day. So I'm really happy to find it like that and bring it back to its owners. It just, yeah, it wouldn't be a nice way to go. The dog was up here about 200 meters behind all these trees. There's no access. So yeah, there's no way that the owners would have seen where it was.
The owners offered him lunch, then a place to stay the night. By the next morning, Ivy was back in her favorite spot underneath a truck in the yard, waiting to get cleaned up.
So that's the plan. All right, so I've spent a night here at Tom and Janine's place. Yeah, time for me to head off. So I'm just going to say goodbye to Ivy. She seems to be moving around a bit more. But because of how much hair these Pyrenees have, it's really difficult to tidy her up. So Tom and Janine's son, he works with horses, so he's coming over soon with like some shears and like to really get all the knots and things out of Ivy's hair. So I'll ask them to send me a few photos of when she's back to her normal self. So she's made her way outside to her favorite spot, which is underneath this truck. Hello, Gil. Hello there. You feeling better? Well, thank you very much for the evening and the morning and the breakfast, and
Thank you.
yeah, I'm glad to get your dog back to you. Happy I was in the right place at the right time. Yeah, all the best.
A 14-year-old dog, 2 days missing, trapped under a log with no voice left to call for help, and a man in a canoe who happened to pass by at the only moment that mattered on a river that stretches across an entire country.